In this video, I'm gonna be helping you guys improve at Modern Warfare 2. We're gonna be breaking down an MGB nuke gameplay. I'm gonna be walking you guys through all of the steps needed to increase your KD ratio and go on higher gun streaks. So if you guys want your gameplays broken down, feel free to send them to me on Twitter. And also, if you guys want to stay up to date with any and all best class setups, best settings, tips and tricks, or any new updates that do go live here in Modern Warfare 2, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. The like on this video is going to be 500 likes, and subscribe to the channel and turn those post notifications. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Now, the first gameplay I'm going to be breaking down is going to be an MGB nuke on the map Embassy. This map's actually pretty difficult to maneuver, which is why I'm starting out with this one first. But if you actually get the rotations down, you're going to find yourself dropping a lot of kills, dying a lot less, and potentially getting yourself a nuke as well. So let's go ahead and start off. Now, what you guys want to do when playing on Embassy is you want to make sure that you are rotating the outskirts of the map at all time. Now, Hardpoint is going to be a fantastic game mode for you guys to funnel in a lot of quick and easy kills. And at the same time, you're going to be helping your teammates, taking enemies off the Hardpoint hill and allowing them to patrol and control the objective a lot easier. I recommend you guys running an assault rifle on this map if you guys are going to be trying to increase your KD ratio and also go for a nuke, because there are going to be some long range sight lines that you're going to have to go ahead and engage enemies that can be difficult with a submachine gun. But you guys can see here, I'm always rotating around the outskirts of the map. I very rarely, and I mean rarely, go ahead and patrol the middle building, because it's honestly a death trap. You don't really want to go ahead and rotate through this building anytime during the match, unless you have on the perk Resupply, which I actually do have as my bonus perk, because you can actually go ahead and start placing down the proximity mines and stopping the camping from happening. You guys can see here, I wiped out the enemies that were all coming from that alleyway. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rewind the gameplay here so you guys can kind of get an understanding on exactly what happened. So right where I take out this enemy here, that's going to be a major spawn point on the map. You want to make sure that you are actually going ahead and rotating the outskirts and looking over at this kind of tennis court, because they're going to be spawning here constantly. This is a hot spot, and that's why you want to rotate around the map. Literally just do constant circles. You're going to be shooting people from behind, and as soon as they spawn in, that's going to be the easiest way to get some fast kills. Now, fast forward a little bit as we're going to continue with the gameplay. You guys can see here, I'm taking these guys out middle map. This is why you do not want to go middle map. Now, you're going to see here, after go ahead and headshot him, 3 people are spawned right here. They spawn literally in the middle of this hallway. So you're always going to want to go ahead and hit the outskirts, because you can either do what I did here and run the 3 people that are looking at you. Luckily, I was able to take them all out, but it would have been better if I just wrapped all the way around. You're going to be shooting a lot of people from behind, and as soon as they spawn in, and that's going to be some quick and easy kills. So remember that when playing on Embassy. Always rotate around the outskirts. Do not go middle map, because they literally spawn middle map on this map. So there's that. Pop those 2 guys. Again, behind the tennis court, took this player out. And again, they're spawning behind this building. It's very easy just to rotate all the way around. You guys can see on the mini map, they're spawning all right here. They're spawning in the middle here, and you can go ahead and rotate. That's why I messed up. We're going to go ahead and rewind it here. This is exactly what I'm talking about on not going into the buildings and running middle map, because as soon as I did that, look, as soon as I take this player out, I look the wrong direction. They're behind me. Should have noticed that there's an enemy behind me here, and there's also an enemy coming up, you know, from the outskirts of the spawn as well. So literally, as soon as I actually went middle map, I got taken out from behind. That's why you don't run middle map, and you're always going to be rotating around the outskirts here. And you're going to be, you know, getting some really easy kills. Obviously, right now, I'm not on a kill streak, so I'm trying to actually get my bearings. I'm trying to get an understanding on where they're spawning at. I'm taking this guy out. Took this guy out as well. And I'm just going to continuously rotate through, you know, the outskirts. I'm trying to go ahead and take these guys out as they're trying to shoot down my VTOL jet. The reason I run the VTOL jet on this game, it does not count toward the tactical nuke. Right there. I'm going to rewind the gameplay as well. This gets me killed so much here in Modern Warfare 2, not being able to YY. You guys can see Oh my God. Turn the corner here. Pop this guy. Should not have reloaded here. That's my mistake. That's something that I messed up here. I had 13 shots left. I knew they were going to be spawning on the outskirts right outside this doorway. But stupid me, I decided to reload. You can't reload cancel in this game. And I essentially got caught with my pants down and I got killed. So that's something that a lot of people mess up on. If you know there's somebody going to be on the corner and you have at least 10 bullets, do not reload. Just go ahead and contest that gunfight. The time to kill in this game is incredibly fast. You're going to get the kill. As you guys can see here, as I start rotating around the outskirts, you guys can see how all these guys are spawning around. Look, they're literally spawning on the outside corners of the map. I'm going to rotate around here, calling in my UAVs. Rotating back by the tennis courts, and we're essentially just going to do the same thing over and over and over again. Right now, I actually have on resupply, so I can actually go ahead and push into these buildings and start placing down the proximity mines to stop the camping from happening, because that's how I use the proximity mines. I always throw them down in high traffic areas. Where I put the mine down right there, that's going to be a fantastic spot to go ahead and drop it, because they literally spawn right outside this doorway, so you can literally blow them up as soon as they spawn in. Right here, I'm trying to go ahead and rotate because the hill is in here. This is kind of where you want to be at when the hard point is in this location. You want to be in this area right outside this door with proximity mines, not camping, because you're going to be feeding them and killing them as they're trying to go ahead and get to the hard point. You guys can see there, my proximity mine blew somebody up as soon as they spawned in, and they're spawning on the outside of the map directly across from the hard point. There's two guys down there. I'm literally just going to be sitting down in this hallway, just picking them off as they are trying to, you know, get to the hill or rotate to the next one. Take this guy out right here. I know there's another one, and I take him out as well. I'm on a burner right now. I'm constantly taking them out. You guys can see on the mini map, they're constantly spawning on the outside. You do not have to go into these buildings at all to get kills on this map, because they're just going to be spawning in the same 4 to 5 spots constantly. Right there is another great spot to go ahead and put down a proximity mine, because they spawn literally right outside this doorway, and you can, you know, get them as soon as they spawn in and try to go into these buildings and camp. Now, again, I'm trying to rotate around the outskirts of the map. I see that there's somebody in this doorway here. Instead of actually trying to contest him, I'm just going to reload, regenerate my health, because I have on resupply. I have another stun grenade. I hit him with the stun. Boom, got an easy kill. Resupply is key when trying to go ahead and get these nukes here in Modern Warfare 2. It's honestly quite overpowered, because you get 2 proximity mines and you can resupply your stun grenade, which is going to be perfect if you are trying to go ahead and get some very easy kills. Again, I'm rotating on the outside. I like to go ahead and actually rotate when I'm on this side of the map on top of this building. Elevation is going to be key. Now, I actually got lucky right there. I put a proximity mine there because I was under the assumption that maybe this guy was going to come back for a revenge kill. Now, right there, I'm going to rewind here, because this is something that's very important that I feel like a lot of people actually mess up on. Whenever you're in a situation to where you know you're outplayed. Now, that guy was on a head glitch, right? I'm not on a head glitch. I have no cover at all. I'm standing on a building. I'm exposed. If I know that I can't win the gunfight, or there is a chance that the enemy is going to take me out, I'm not going to go ahead and engage them. I'm just going to just run away and go from a different area in the map. I'm going to re-engage somewhere else. It's not being a coward. It's not being, you know, a pussy or anything. You want to play smart, because at the end of the day, it's either you get the nuke or you don't. And I'm pretty sure everybody here would rather get the nuke. So play smart. Don't go ahead and try to win a gunfight that you know you can't go ahead and win, or you don't have the 110%, you know, advantage over the enemy. Because I always like to have the advantage over everybody that I play against. I don't like to give them any advantages and any, you know, opportunity to take me out. So again, I'm rotating on the outskirts here. Don't go in these buildings unless you actually have resupply and a prox mine. Right here, I'm trying to go ahead and lock down this area again. I put a proximity mine in that doorway because I know they're always going to be pushing that, and they're always going to be going ahead and spawning around the alleyway. Now, right here, I actually kind of pushed through downstairs. I put another proximity mine on this doorway because I know they're going to be spawning out. And I take this guy out from behind, and I'm trying to go ahead and get an idea on where these guys are going to spawn in at. Now, because they're on the opposite side of the map, and I know the hard point is going to be directly in this building, I actually decided to go on the second story. This is when going on the second story is actually, you know, makes sense, because now you're going to be in an elevated position, and you have the proximity mines on the doorways, so you can essentially take people out as they're spawning in from middle map when they're trying to go ahead and run to the hill. So that's exactly what I do here. I'm going ahead and locking this area down. I'm under the assumption that they're going to be spawning in right here. There is a guy right there as well. Unfortunately, this guy is on last stand, so I'll go ahead and finish him off. I see that my prox mine got a kill on this doorway, so I'm going to go ahead and throw another one down. That's why you run resupply. You can keep just putting these proximity mines on these doorways and just, destroying them as they're trying to go ahead and get in these high traffic areas. Now right here, I know that the hardpoint hill is to my left, and they can be spawning in, in the back alleyway. So I take that player out here, and I'm just kind of trying to rotate and trying to figure out exactly where they're spawning in. Because there is no UAV, there's absolutely no reason to go ahead and run and gun. You guys can see I got another proximity mine kill, and this guy actually got away from me, but he's directly underneath me. So I decided to go ahead and throw a proximity mine right there in front of that doorway, because I know a lot of them are running out of that spawn point, when they're getting killed. But because the hill is going to be right here, I'm throwing another proximity mine down in this alleyway, or excuse me, in this doorway. I see that there is an enemy, sitting in that corner. But again, I'm not going to go ahead and challenge somebody that I know has the better position. I don't see him, but I know he's in that corner. I know I'm on a nuke streak. I'm not going to go ahead and take him out. And because of that, I was able to go ahead and get my MGB and continue my streak. So that's how you guys can drop a nuke on Embassy, man. This is such a good map if you actually know how to rotate it properly and you understand how to lock down positions, not camp, because we're just locking down an area that people camp at. This is where people like to sit up and camp at. I'm stopping that camping from happening, and I'm using that to my advantage with the proximity mines, and I am going to get taken out here. But that's how you go ahead and nuke Embassy. And as always, I got you guys with the class setup. I was running the STB 5.56. I will have an updated video because I actually went ahead and maxed this weapon out. But in the gameplay, I was running it with the STIP 40 grip. This allows us to have that increased recoil control. A very good attachment if you guys try to take people out at those longer ranges. Now, for the optic, I had on the Cronin Mini Red Dot just for ease of use, so you can take people out at further distances without to worry about a thing. The iron sights on this weapon are decent, but they're not the best. Obviously, a red dot sight is going to make up for that. Now, for the barrel, I was running the 24.4-inch Bruin S620 barrel. This is going to be great if you guys are trying to go ahead and bump up that damage range, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, as well as recoil control. Definitely go ahead and give this a try if you guys are trying to have a point and shoot laser. It's going to be phenomenal on the STB, and honestly, just comparable to the M4 as well as the Scar. Now, for the muzzle, I had on the Echoless 80, again, to go ahead and bump up that range. And obviously, we have that sound suppression here, so we can flank the enemy team and take them out from behind, which is what we're doing 99% of the time that we're playing Modern Warfare 2. And then finally, for the underbarrel, I have on the Demo IMP 44 grip, just for that recoil stabilization to smooth out that recoil pattern. Just an overall solid class setup. This is going to be the STB build. I had on the Vel 46 secondary, stun grenade, proximity mine, and for my perk package, I had an overkill scavenger, resupply, as well as quick fix, and then obviously for the field upgrades, the ammo box, and then dead silence. Go ahead and give this class setup a try. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.